because the Children's Commission became the Children's Department of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, that ministry has the primary role of taking care of the park. However, it doesn't have the resources. So the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture has been invited, from my understanding, to support the park by, raising, some kind of partnerships and resources to get the park going. And the Parks and Gardens sometimes lays claim to it, and so on. So there's a jurisdictional, sort of clash also, I think. That has to be taken care of.
Do you, Prof, have a say in any of this? After all, it bears the name of your mother. Do you have a say in anything that is happening? When you speak, do they listen? And how does it make you feel that this is what your mom has been named after, and it's in shambles, basically?
Well, we don't feel good about it. Definitely not. And I have to say that we have been politely listened to a number of times, and I think that without, making it public, there have been some moments in which the park was almost going to be built on, by various entities. And we've been able to get in there and say, look, this is just not on, and I think that... And
what you say it was almost going to be built on, they were going to do what?
Offices. They
were going to raise it down and turn it into office blocks.
Yes, and leave, a couple of acres for small bit for children. And
how long ago was this?
Maybe 6 or so years, 6, 7 years ago.
6, 7 years ago.
About 6 years. So they were going to actually take the park and her name to the Achimota Forest, and we just said, we're not playing ball on this one. But interestingly, everybody who was supposed to have been involved in this, when questioned by the presidency, they all denied flatly that they were going to do it.
Wow.
So but it was just, we were like...
So the presidency then had to intervene.
Yeah.
And those who were going to do this claimed no knowledge of...
They backed off and said, oh, no, we weren't going to do it, but we had documentation, that had come to us.
Wow.
And this has happened, there have been other near misses. So it's very important for the park to be incorporated, to have legislation that sort of makes it a park in perpetuity in law. There has to be that, so that it's not just convention. It really has to happen. And then we have to have a board that that involves the public sector, the private sector, and the suitable NGOs and so on who know what to do with these things, and just form, oversee the development of the park. We've made suggestions about doing it in a step-by-step fashion, starting with just ensuring that we get the buy-in of these corporate bodies around the park, including EcoBank and CD House. There's like...
Right.
Yeah.
MTN, they're all in that space.
Get them on board to just do a minimal change. Just seats there, playthings, equipment there, programming. So that every time you go there, there might be an artist, doing some artwork. The National Theatre might be rehearsing in the park.
What has the response been like?
We're waiting.